Presented by Chrysler, the name that makes news in watch bands. Tonight you will see one of the most unusual dramas ever attempted on television. It is tense, it is gripping, and fortunately, it is fiction. Tonight, Tales of Tomorrow presents The Great Silence, starring Burgess Meredith. Hello. You know something, you ladies are really lucky because you have handbags to carry your things in. And speaking of handbags, will you take a look at this? They tell me the big bag is the big news for spring, like this one from Mark Cross on Fifth Avenue. Now there's a real bag full of fashion, and here's a wrist full of fashion. Look at this bracelet watch. It's as new and beautiful as the handbag. Now that bracelet watch really looks like Fifth Avenue, doesn't it? But you don't have to buy a bracelet watch to duplicate this style because it's really an old watch, fashionized with a golden fantasy bracelet watch band by Chrysler. The band that gives your watch a $50 bracelet look for only $9.95. Look closely. The new golden fantasy watch band is truly a fabulous piece of jewelry. It fits the smallest watch perfectly, turns it into a truly glamorous bracelet watch. Ask for it by name. It's Golden Fantasy by Chrysler. Whether you prefer it smoothly tailored or sparkling with jewels, there's a Golden Fantasy style to please you. Whichever you choose, any one of these beautiful styles will make your watch look lovelier. So convenient, too, Golden Fantasy stretches. It's easy to put on, easy to slip out of the way when you work around the house. And remember, Golden Fantasy costs less than many ordinary bands. Only $9.95, federal tax included. So see Golden Fantasy at your jeweler's. You'll say, off with the old watch band, on with the new. The beautiful Golden Fantasy by Chrysler. And now Chrysler presents The Great Silence, starring Burgess Meredith.
Ladies and gentlemen, Senator Howard K. Perkins.
Good afternoon. Just 3 days ago today, from the Bitterroot Mountain section of Kennesaw, up in the far northwest, came the first reports of inhabitants losing their power of speech and being literally struck dumb. The big silence continues and is spreading rapidly towards all points of the compass. Your government scientists and physicists charge this strange paralysis of the vocal cords to invisible hydrogenic particles in our atmosphere, resulting from the recent H-bomb experiments. They are agreed that this phenomenon is only temporary, and that in a very short time the hydrogenic mist will dissipate itself, and everyone affected shall recover their voices once again. So there's absolutely no cause for alarm. At this moment, the invisible mist has spread out in a circle, the circumference of which includes all states west and south of the Bitterroot Mountain region, as far down as California and as far north as Canada, moving eastward at the rate of 500 miles per day. At last report, the new states affected with this total throat paralysis are North Dakota, Wyoming, Colorado, and Utah. By this time tomorrow, the entire nation will be blanketed in silence. And now when this occurs, we've prepared a special signal which will be transmitted over all networks. This signal will mean we are still on the job. Keep calm and relax. I repeat, top scientific minds are convinced that this phenomenon is only temporary and not at all dangerous. Please keep your radio on throughout the day. I've been requested by the President to keep you informed on the latest development by means of hourly bulletins. of New York and most of the New England states, the hydrogenic mist is moving rapidly eastward and should reach us here in Washington at any moment. Now to repeat, I plead to all citizens, remain calm. Your top scientists are satisfied that the invisible mist causing the paralysis of the vocal cords is a temporary phenomenon, resulting from the recent experiments with the H-bomb. They're also convinced that in a few days the hydrogenic mist will have dissipated itself, and all of you shall immediately recover your power of speech. So remember, keep calm, and do not...
Welcome back to the world of today. Or is it yesterday? You know, these +4s were quite the rage in the early 20s, but today they're strictly old-fashioned. And yet, you know, you may be wearing something just as out of style. Here's why. Is your wristwatch round? Then you should have a curved link watch band to match. Not an old-style straight-link band. Here's why. See how the round ends fit the round watch perfectly. How the curved links flatter its beauty. Now that's modern style. There's no unsightly space where the band meets the watch. The curved end pieces fit gracefully, smoothly. Only a band specially made for the round watch can do this. Every link is curved to blend with your round watch into one modern piece of jewelry, as if your watch and band were custom made for each other. This wonderful new watch band is called the Crescent, a truly original fashion creation by Chrysler. And practical? This Chrysler band not only is waterproof, but thanks to Chrysler's super-calibrated 7-coil springs, stretches to give you comfortable fit and convenience. You can buy Crescent by Chrysler for only $7.50 in stainless steel, or only $11.95 with gold-filled top, federal tax included. It's the first band specially made for a round watch. And you'll say, off with the old watch band, on with the new. It's a wonderful idea. The Crescent by Chrysler. And now back to our story, The Great Silence, starring Burgess Meredith.
Quiet, Mama. Quiet. Everything. All right now.
When you want something different in watch bands, ask for Chrysler. This one, with your own initials, is a distinctive style. Or if you prefer a fine band at a thrifty price, as low as $5.95, you'll find many attractive styles like this one. And for the man going into service, there's the handsome identification expansion bracelet with nameplate of sterling silver. Chrysler watch bands give you the finest value, the widest selection. So remember always, when you look for quality, look for Chrysler. Be sure to see next week's spine-tingling story. The story of a small village that becomes the most important town in the world. It's a tense, dramatic story with a most unusual musical background. Be with us next week when Tales of Tomorrow presents The Lonesome Village.